So I've talked a few times about stacking on a budget, and what I did is I actually set a budget for this, and I set the budget at $25. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot when we're talking about precious metals, but it's, and I've said this before too, that there are people that are on limited incomes, whether it be Social Security or disability, that sort of thing. And you can still stack, and you don't have to compete with anybody. And yes, people will show you, and I even showed you a 100-gram bar the other day. And yeah, I saved up for it. I didn't just go, hey, I want that, and drop the money for it. It took a little bit of time. I had to save for it. But with this $25 I spent, I was able to, and let me stop for a second. Find your LCS or LCSs. Get to know them, let them get to know you a little bit. I mean, you don't have to give them your whole life history, but just get to know each other, and they'll know what let them know what you're looking for. And in this case, I got a pretty decent deal if you go based on what all your online bullion dealers, silver dealers, PM dealers are selling things for. And I got these. It's 10 mercury dimes for $13. So $1.30 a piece. I know a lot of other places are selling them for a lot higher than that. And here they're various years. I think that 1939 was the earliest one in there. I'm not going to keep pulling things off camera to look, but I believe it was 1939 was the earliest year. And I want to say 1945 was the latest year in the 10 that I got. And here's the ones I already had before. So, and there's 10 there. Now, by me buying these a few at a time, so I've got 10 in the tube, and I got 10 sitting here. That right there alone is just under 1.5 ounces of silver. It's I did the math. It's 1.44 ounces. Okay, and then so I got these for 13, and then I picked up this. It's a 1943 Canada $half. It's 80% silver. Here, I figured, I should get with the program here, because I don't have a lot of 80% silver. I've got a 80% quarter. Now I've got a $half here. I do have a couple of 50% silver dollars from Canada. But I figured, hey, these are kind of neat. I got this for $10. So I ended up, $2 change. But, it's, you can do a little at a time and have it add up. Now, and as you can see, I grabbed one of my extra tubes. These are actually intended for US $half, but, hey, they fit. They're just about the same size. So here starts my filling a tube with 80% Canadian $half. Put this over here to the side, and it don't, and again, I'll say it again. I know I just said it, but you don't have to compete with anybody else. Okay, you do what you can do at the rate you can do it. Pay your bills first, and then worry about doing this. Don't break yourself trying to stack. But you can do a little bit at a time, and this is an example. I know, even and I I get it. Sometimes even $13. That's a lot of money to some people. But you can do this, and you don't have to get them 10 at a time. You can get them 1 or 2 at a time. So if I would only bought 2, that would have been $2.60, and that would have been 2 pieces of 90% silver, more than I had when I started. So there's that. Now, away from stacking on a budget, finally I found some tubes for my half-ounce Canadian silver coins. I've kind of developed a passion for the, and I've shown these before. I got 2 more here of the First Special Service Force, which is, as I said before, is a joint U.S.-Canadian Special Forces unit, for lack of a better term. These are half ounces. They're 4/9 fine silver, and this one is another 2015. And I've shown you the other ones I have before. I've got 4 of them in here: 2014, 2015, and I also picked up a 2016 where they changed the reverse a little bit. They replaced the star with the eagle, and they did a little bit of cosmetic changes where the the silver content and the size, the half ounce and the 4/9 fine is on the reverse now instead of on the obverse, with Queen Elizabeth's portrait. But these are, for some reason, these draw me in. Every time I see them, I want to get them. And here we go. We're working on a tube of those too. And Buddha the cat is very talkative tonight. So if you hear him telling us off in the background, that's he's letting everybody know he's here. I'll put those over there. Now I also picked up a couple of these, because you can't buy storage items one at a time. So this came in a pack of 2. I've seen some of my fellow YouTubers have these, and I actually got these because I do have the standard 1 ounce bar tube. I got a couple of these. Now the thing I don't like about these is you got to drop them in. They're smacking each other. They're bouncing around in there. And then if you want to look to see what you got, you have to, pop the lid and dump them out. So they're bouncing around again. And, I'll keep these for, as I get copper bars, I'll put them in here. But as far as the silver ones go, let me move my poker chip out of the way. Okay, Buddha, we get it. Now here, this will hold 20 silver bars, and you can actually open it up and just, you can look, and if you want to look at a particular one, you just grab it and pull it out. There's Scotiabank. Okay. And they're not expensive. One of these days I might get to the point where I can, do a guardhouse box or whatever. But for now, because I've only got what you see here. This is the extent of my 1 ounce. Oh, the lid decided to hang on to a couple of them. Here, let me get these out of here and put them back where they belong. Because those guardhouse boxes, if I remember right, hold like 50 of these. And you got to get the capsules to put them in before you put them in the guardhouse. Where these, you don't have to worry about getting capsules. And also, it's got a little bit of foam here in the top. It keeps them from rattling around in here when you put them away. So there's something else, something you can look at for storing your silver bars. I don't know, maybe I just got to wait for the foam to break in, because it doesn't want to completely come together there, but it does. So these are kind of cool. The SureSafe airtight holders. So that was my pickups for the last few days. Hope everybody, this past week, they had 4th of July, and hope everybody had a good one and a safe one. It was a busy one for us. I know I've mentioned it before. I work at a hospital, and we definitely earned our pay this past week. Hopefully we get a breather for a few days. But again, hope everybody had a safe holiday week, and I'm going to get out of here. Everybody, have a great day. Happy hunting. Happy stacking. Miss you stackers out of here.